All right.
Go!
Neutral button. New warrior now.
It's Parks.
Microphone check 1 2. What is this?
Neutral button. New warrior now.
Parks on the board.
Yes. We have to discuss this, right?
Absolutely.
Well, you discussed it. I said that Vanessa Bryant was going to say something.
Yeah. I mean, I think we kind of alluded to that and figured she would. And from what Meek is saying, he apologized and spoke to her in private. You know, and then to me, that's how you handle it. You handle that in private. If the grieving widow felt some type of way and she reached out. Then.
Let me read her reply first. It says, "Dear at Meek Mill, I find this line to be extremely insensitive and disrespectful, period. I'm not familiar with any of your music, but I believe you can do better than this. If you are a fan, fine. There's a better way to show your admiration for my husband. This lacks respect and tact."
Mm-hmm.
End quote. And then there was a flurry of Meek response. Well, I won't say responses, but tweets that people took as a response.
Just
because
people
of the
being
timing.
stupid.
Not people being stupid.
People being stupid. That's what it is.
No,
if you thought that if you thought that Meek those tweets was directed to anything that Vanessa Bryant said, you are stupid.
Agreed, but it's back to timing. The same way this bar was bad timing when she then responds to the bar and you start tweeting. You have to know that people are going to take that as a response, no matter
stupid
how
people
idiotic
would.
it is. It's just bad timing.
That's not.
No, it can be bad timing too, but it's also stupid people.
I agree.
If you think that Meek is that type of person that would say those things
those people
in
don't know
response
Meek.
to Vanessa Bryant,
but those people don't know Meek.
No.
But they don't know whether Meek is that type of person or not, Maul. That don't
it's
make
just
them
listen.
stupid. They don't know him.
Listen. It's just cool. Meek is the villain right now. It's cool to
That's
just
true, too.
call him stupid and say he doesn't know how to move. He doesn't know what to say out his mouth. I understand how this internet shit works. Right now, he's the guy that's the one to pick on. I get it. Have your fun with him. But what I'm saying is just use your brain too at the end of the day. Do you think that Meek would actually tweet those things to Vanessa Bryant?
No.
Like, come on. Like, you got to stop.
timing.
At some point, this shit has to stop. Just stop. Meek would not tweet those things to Vanessa Bryant. He would not.
Yeah.
He has enough people around him, enough people in his ear. He's affiliated with enough of the right people to where he knows better than to do something like that. It would not happen. Like, just stop.
But then why wouldn't those same things apply to any tweeted in close proximity to when Vanessa Bryant tweeted what she tweeted?
He probably didn't even see that.
Maybe.
Like, that's so add that in. Like, people just got to stop. Like I said, I get it. He's the guy right now. It's easy to pick on him. He's the target. And he understands that.
You want people to allow grace.
Not allow grace.
The benefit of the doubt.
Just use your own brain. Stop just falling into what the internet is, the current trend on the internet is. Use your own brain. Do you really think Meek would tweet those type of things to Vanessa Bryant? He would not.
They don't know that.
He would not do that. He would not do that. Meek is not. He's not. Meek. Okay, Meek never struck me as an asshole, dickhead guy that would tweet that to a grieving widow of one of his favorite athletes.
You've met me.
Sorry, it wouldn't happen.
But you've met
even
me.
even if I didn't.
But you did.
Even if I did not, it would like. Come on, fam. Like, stop. I get it though. I get it. Right now, he's the guy to go after. I get it.
Okay. My take on this is, unfortunately, this is part of accountability. If you apologized in private, then some of this stuff we're talking about publicly comes along with assuming responsibility for the role you played in the damage that you caused. So,
and which is what he did. Apologizing in private, one-on-one. That's how you handle it. Because you have to get away from this at some point. You can't keep doing things over the internet, especially an apology, because even that gets lost and people add tweets and this and that on the phone or FaceTime, however he spoke to Vanessa Bryant, so she can see you, hear it out of your mouth, tell her about, how the bar even came about, what you really meant with the bar, and then you find a way like it got spun the wrong way.
No, Meek, you don't call Vanessa Bryant and tell her what you really meant with the bar.
I'm pretty sure he.
I'm pretty sure he
tried to clear that up.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure he tried to clear that up.
Say you sorry and go.
No, even in that, but I'm pretty sure he tried to clear up. Like, I meant no disrespect with that bar at all. Like, I'm pretty sure he cleared that up on the phone with her. I'm almost 100% sure he did that. Because it would make sense to clear that, because that's what this whole thing is about. It's about what he said on a record.
Intention doesn't really mean much to me in this.
What do you mean?
A grieving widow felt disrespected.
Right, but then you tell her, you tell the person in private that was in no means intended to be disrespectful. That's all I mean about the bar.
No, I'm
not saying he got
the intention does not matter once someone in this position that is grieving her daughter and her husband feels disrespected. End of the story.
Right, but what I'm saying is when you speaking to somebody though, you can explain where that came from, explain what you meant. Like, yo, I wasn't trying to be disrespectful. I'm not saying you have to spit the bar to her and try to. No, I'm just saying, like, yo, I did not write that from a point where I was trying to disrespect or make light of anything tragic that happened.
Okay.
That's all I'm saying. Like, you just got to explain your stance.
And what I'm saying is, it's not an apology if you're explaining your stance.
No, that's not true.
I'm saying
that's not true.
Saying what
that's
I believe.
not. You've apologized and explained your stance plenty of times.
Yes.
That's a human thing.
After the apology.
That's what I just said.
It's not part of my apology.
I didn't say part of his apology. I don't know what type of conversation they had. She says she doesn't know him. So now you're having a conversation about something that I said in a song of mine. I would think that it would just be a common conversation to explain that was in no means intended to be disrespectful. I did not write that from a disrespectful standpoint.
I totally understand what you're saying.
That's all I'm saying.
I totally get it. I'm just saying that it doesn't matter. The intention does not matter to the grieving wife.
That's fine.
I feel disrespectful.
Or
conversation over.
Or children.
Vanessa Bryant,
children too.
Listen, to all of the families that was affected by this, I understand if any of them felt some type of way about it. I think we covered that already. What I'm saying now is Meek apologized privately, which is that's how he's supposed to handle it.
Agreed.
Don't apologize to the end because you don't owe that to the internet. Fuck the internet. Apologize to the family. Leave it there.
I'm with you on that.
Do you think we've heard the end of this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think that bar will come out. I don't think that will be on that record. But again, man, you know, and again, all respect to the families that's grieving the situation. But you know, in our culture in hip hop, it's a history of artists using lines and things like that may be taken a certain way. And now I understand the world we're in now is super. Everyone feels like it because you can follow somebody on social media. You feel like you know somebody because you follow them. So you feel like you can directly speak to this person or express your grievances with this person. Like, I didn't like that, and then now it becomes a thing. Yeah. But in our culture, it's history that we use lines attached to tragic events.
Yes,
all the time.
I don't like the line. I don't agree with the line.
You cannot like the line,
but it is not out of pocket
for hip hop.
In hip hop lyrics to say some offensive shit,
and not
my biggest problem is just it's not a good bar.
Cool, you cannot like the bar. It could have been a great bar. Some people still wouldn't have liked it. Whatever.
That's true.
What I'm saying is, in our culture, it's a history of rappers. You can go back to however far you want to go. You take a tragic event, you make a metaphor around it, make it your own, make it connect to whatever it is you got going on. And you understand what I'm saying? So that's why when I heard the bar, as much as I cried for weeks behind that. You know what I mean? But I didn't never think that Meek was trying to make light of or be insensitive toward the tragedy. I never felt like that. But I understand the time we're in now. I understand how things are, social media. I totally understand. And now especially once the wife...
there we go. It's not
and once the wife says she felt, then absolutely talk to her and apologize. Like, and even to the rest of the families that were involved, you know, that had people in this tragedy. Reach out to them as well. You understand what I'm saying? Like, that's just how I think it should have been handled. Once you see that, okay, people felt the way, especially the ones that are directly affected by this, I would love to reach out to them and express my apologies. Like, you know what I mean? I understand that. But I'm just saying, as far as the music and coming from our culture of hip hop, lines like this is not something new.
And that's where my final thought on this lands. Was the line insensitive? Yes. Is hip hop insensitive? Yes.
Hell yeah.
Always been. However, I guess because Kobe was kind of synonymous with hip hop,
he's one of ours.
We would assume that
hip hop
would handle him a bit more delicately in his name and likeness than I've handled Corey Lytle and anybody else did past when I was rapping. I have 500 lines worse than it. This don't even scratch the surface of
plenty of rappers
that
though. Plenty of rappers. But again, I grew up on that. So I understand when I heard this bar, when everybody freaked out, I was looking around like, what? Yeah. Only because I've been conditioned. I've heard bars like this.
Yeah, but you know what?
Forever.
But as a rapper, and we all have to learn this. It's nobody's fault but ours when our bar transcends our audience. Like I've said some shit on a mixtape before that I thought was hard. That I'm sure my audience and listening to it, if you know me, it's not real. It's hard. Once Bill O'Reilly plays it, it's not so hard. It sounds horrible. Damn, how could somebody even think to hit record on that?
It literally just reading your lyrics out loud.
Oh my God, reading it?
And just like this with times changing with social media, I'm sure Vanessa read this, didn't hear it. Just read the lyrics.
She read it. She don't even know who Meek is.
Well, it's also, they kind of...
I did enjoy her spice. I
weird.
enjoyed that spice.
Yeah.
I don't know your music, fam. Never heard. It could be really good, but this was bad.
Yeah, you understand. You understand. But, you know, again, first...
Kobe Bryant woke up in that house blasting Meek Mill one day.
I'm sure.
Yeah, I mean, Kobe was...
Dreams and
You think
Nightmares,
Kobe didn't play
hip-hop.
Dreams and Nightmares?
That's played at the house often, I'm sure.
Yeah, hip-hop.
But she also may not know that was Meek.
The whole way this line came out is still weird to me, though.
Huh?
Like, the song didn't come out. Only that line came out in a high-res...
Well, because that line...
You mean like all the superstars do? That's how the Joe Budden disc got leaked. And said, "Oh, nobody didn't say that. Oh, I was the only one that heard the leaked clip. Huh? Y'all got it. Y'all got it. Y'all got it."
No, but, you know, again...
You didn't hear the leaked clip.
I get it. I understand, you know, we spoke about this. And insensitive, sure. Too soon, sure.
If I rapped about
hip-hop-
your dead relative, you'd be mad at me. You wouldn't want me to do that.
Listen, like I said...
a year after they left, you wouldn't want me to do that at all.
I don't... Regardless of when they left.
You would snuff me.
Like like I said, I grew up, one of friends on my block, his dad died in the Happy Land fire in the Bronx in the 80s. And when Hove had that bar of the fire I spit burnt down Happy Land, he didn't take any offense to that bar.
It's 20 years later.
Regardless of how later it is. You understand what I'm saying? Because
people are different.
In 20 years, me could have said this.
No, I'm not saying
it might have been all right.
No, it wouldn't be all right.
You don't know that. You wouldn't.
I'm just saying to some people it wouldn't be. To some people it wouldn't be all right. Yeah, that's all I'm saying. Like, so you just have to understand that in hip hop, yes, it's an insensitive art. You say things about tragic events. You make a metaphor around it, and so I understand. I don't want it to make it seem like we're making excuses for me because that's not what this is.
Do y'all know that Queen Latifah's the equalizer now?
Yes,
we discussed that briefly.
I'm aware.
Okay.
Yeah.
Listen, I just think if you're going to talk about a tragedy or someone that passed, just make sure the bar is hard.
But even if the bar is hard, Rory, people will still be offended.
You guys.
Like, why? It's not about the bar being hard or not. People are going to be offended.
I like that. I like that as the new sign to...
Yeah, keep it moving.
Yeah. You know.
I've always been the worst whistler. You know what my childhood was like? Like not being able to whistle as a kid? Think about it.
They bullied you?
Yes.
I'm sorry to hear that, man.